You know, I never thought that I would get to the day where I will say that I think that Simone is my least favorite on the show. Simone this season has really disappointed me. I don't know what's going on with Simone. There's something internally or something going on with her and Cecil that have yet to be discovered. But it's not okay. It's not normal behavior. It's not. It's insane. For you to just sit up there and start that whole argument with Contessa out of nowhere. Only people who are going through something act like that. It doesn't make sense, y'all. It doesn't. So the episode began with the girls on the boat. And, it started off with Simone starting stuff. Saying, Contessa, I would like to re-welcome you back to the group. And Contessa was just like, oh, well, even though it was for surgery. And somebody was just like, I want you to stop saying that things was just for surgery. Like, hi, I'm Contessa. Oh, I just had surgery because it makes you look like a victim. She was like, I'm not a patient. I'm a patient. I wasn't a victim. It happened, whore. What are we saying right now? And I agree. What is going on, Simone? Seriously, we all used to love Simone. The way this whole thing went down, it was very much like one of the producers came to her and just put a battery in her back or told her, hey, spice up the scene a little bit. That's what I'm getting from it. Because otherwise, this doesn't make sense to just start something with somebody for no reason. Simone and Contessa never had issues. Now, I did notice that, at least, or maybe they didn't show it on the show, but I did notice that for the most part, all the women went to go see Contessa at her home to see how she was doing, even Heavenly. And Heavenly and Contessa did not, as the old folks say, fit houses at first. They kind of clashed, as we saw. But even Heavenly and her are cool now, and she went over to see about her. Jackie, Mariah, Miss Quad. Simone didn't go. And, obviously Toya didn't. But that's it. Wonder why. It's very weird. It's very weird. And Simone even put her hand in that lady's face and was just saying, no, you, and kept getting loud. And Contessa was talking to her calmly, and Simone kept getting louder and louder. Then she walked off and said, F you, Contessa, F you. Then Scott came over to Contessa's defense. Naturally, that's his wife. I was just like, no, but she's not a victim. No, that's not what you understand. And Simone, don't say a goddamn thing to me. And I was just like, ooh, Bucky? Showing out. I did not like that. Simone, that's not becoming. We did not like that from you, Simone. And then, all the men in the confessionals, Big Eugene and old Beanstalk Curtis, talking about, oh, you don't get into women's drama and all this other mess. I mean, I agree, but only a small percentage of that I agree with. You also don't start shit with people out of nowhere. You also don't start issues when there are none with anybody. So naturally, he was in defense mode. Hell, if that was my family member or my partner, I would be in defense mode too, and I would say something to you too. How inappropriate is that? How inappropriate are you? It was a mess. Wow. And let me tell you the most how I know that it was fake. And then I know it was fake because Simone came right on over like ain't nothing happened, playing the victim, and she called Contessa, I can't fight. And it was just like, can we talk and have a conversation? And Jackie and her confessionals, oh, the issue is that neither one of them want to hear each other. There's nothing to hear, Jackie. Check your girl. The period. That's my issue. Like, don't nobody call out stuff when they say stuff. Like, is somebody gonna speak up? Like, come on. It was wrong. I know you and Simone are friends. Y'all be eating boxes and stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Allegedly. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Check your girl. If the man can't check a woman, then her homegirl need to check her. She was wrong. Child, please. Tessa's sitting there crying, telling me I'm not a victim. That's why I had the surgery. She even leaned over in Toya's face and said, I'm not a victim. That's why I had the surgery. You know, so she won't become somebody's victim. Exactly. That lady is courageous and strong and stuff for pretty much having a surgery that wasn't necessarily needed, but just taking precautions, you know? It's insane. I was so disgusted watching that. I'm like, who does that? She came right over, hugging her, wiping her tears and stuff. Then took her shades off her face and all that. Somebody I want to box with in that moment would not be that close to me. I can't fight. Can I talk to you? I can't fight. Then why are you starting stuff if you can't fight, Simone? That doesn't make sense. Sit there and be quiet. Simone's a drunk, though. Simone's a drunk, allegedly. Simone is a drunk, allegedly. I tell you, it's something going on. It's not normal behavior. There's something going on, but we're going to find out. I don't know why she just won't come out the closet. What is the big deal? You 40-some, about 50-some. What you waiting on? Everybody going to make it to 65 years old like Caitlyn Jenner to come out and be themselves and start to wear nice dresses. What is the big deal? Child, please. And Cecil, everybody likes Cecil. Cecil just is nice and cool. And he got this hellraiser. But that's always how it is. It's always one more dominant in the relationship. And always one more passive in terms of like personality. So yeah. Insane. Okay, so after that, y'all know that this was Mariah and Cecil's trip. Mariah and Aiden's boat ride rendezvous situation. And so Mariah got up there and she was just like, I want to thank everybody for coming on the trip and, we appreciate you, etc., etc. And she issued an apology to Damon. She said that but she was being serious, but in her confessionals, she was shading the whole time. So it's like, how serious are you if you're throwing shade in there too? I was just like, oh, Mariah, this is why these girls we want to jump on you, because you're so shady, and you're so like in your confessionals and even online and stuff, and that's why they use all that against you at the reunion. But I mean, to be fair, they all shade. But of course they take Mariah's shade more to heart than anybody else's shade. I don't know why. But yeah, so I was just like, Lord, this is a mess. Anyway, she issued an apology to Damon, said, I'm not about tearing families down. I mean, it's not about me creating a bone or carrying a bone. His wife do that all on her own, basically calling her a dog. I was like, Lord Jesus. But she said all that in her confessional, of course, but she apologized to Damon, and Damon accepted it. He was just like, yeah, I accept it, and I forgive you. See, that's the thing about forgiveness. I was like, Damon, don't run with this shit. Go on. All this slow talking. We ain't got time. Heavenly, also apologized. I also want to apologize. I can't do her voice. Who does her voice the best? What's my girl name? Color Me Pink, I believe. She does Damon voice and Heavenly voice perfect. Plus, I just woke up, so I'm sounding like a, yeah, woo, sounded like old baritone. But yeah, it's crazy. But her and Damon, apologized to each other, and Damon didn't apologize. Mariah apologized. Heavenly apologized, and they hugged it out. They're gonna be fine for now. Maybe I can see Heavenly and Mariah really not having any major issues until the reunion, because that's when everything comes back up. So they're getting along for right now. This was a very kumbaya. It started off a mess, but this ended up being a very kumbaya episode. But on these shows, it only lasts for a while. Let's wait a while. Y'all know it only lasts for a while, darling. So, that happened, and they did a little dance off. Damon got up there and started doing his little dance, and then Toya and Heavenly. Okay, so after that, they had a little dinner scene. They woke up like when nothing fine, especially Simone, the main hellraiser, the prior day, woke up like ain't nothing happened. And so, because there was no issue to begin with, you did that just for the TV, just for a little storyline, just so you can have something to do this season. I cannot. Anyway, so they all, woke up. They all decided to go to dinner. It was nice. The food looked real good. They was eating. So they're all sitting around talking. We see Heavenly whisper to Toya. Was like, "Hey Toya, do anybody know what I'm doing tonight?" She was like, "No." So Toya put up the scheme that last year, the awful couples retreat therapist, relationship therapist situation that Heavenly was last year, that was a disaster. She decided to do it again. Toya felt like, there's no way that Heavenly can mess this up a second time, and she wanted to give Heavenly another chance to redeem herself. I don't know why she felt like that was important, but whatever. So everybody got there. They're all sitting around talking, eating. Heavenly got up randomly. It was just like, where Heavenly go? They was just like, oh, she all right. Then Toya finally said, I know where Heavenly is. They walked to the beach, and Heavenly, she sat down. She was just like, well, this is part 2 of last year. Everybody was just like, oh Lord, why have thou forsaken thee? Just like, oh no, this is gonna be a mess. But what Heavenly did was basically, this wasn't about them, this was about her. She said that she felt like what she did last year was, what she did wrong was not allow other people to ask her questions. In which, Heavenly, but you flat out said last year when they said, can we ask you questions? She was like, no, because I feel like I would be selfish on putting our minor marital issues on the table when y'all have such major ones. I screamed. I screamed. But anyway, she allowed them to all come up and say something. What did Jackie say? Jackie asked a submissive type of question. She was like, do you actually truly submit to Daddy, or do you make Daddy think that you submit to him? She was just like, he is the leader, but he leads with love and compassion. There's no dominant type of thing, but we both share the leadership roles, whatever. Simone got up there. What did Simone ask? Simone asked about the kids. Like, how do y'all, when y'all both disagree on how to discipline the kids, how do you handle that situation? She was just like, he's a better father than I am a mother. He talks to the kids, spend times with the kids. And I was just like, oh, Heavenly. But I got it. Heavenly was building her practice. Heavenly does a lot. So, maybe he was able to be there more for the kids, in that moment. But, Heavenly, you can always change that. It's not too late. But, the kids are growing up now. So, I don't know. It seems like she has a good connection with her kids. I never thought that she was a bad mom or anything. And I don't think that she's a bad mother or anything, but you gotta do what you gotta do in life. Just because you have kids, doesn't mean that stops your dreams. It may prolong it. You may have to, I guess, stop for like a while or so and then start back up, once they get of some age where they can take care of themselves. But yeah, live your dreams, child, whether you got kids or not. Do you. Make it happen. What a blessing it is that she do got somebody like David. Because if she was a single parent, I'm sure, it'd be damn near impossible for her to get the things done that she really want to career-wise. Or it'll just make it much harder. So, yeah. I was like, oh. The final question was Mariah act like she was gonna go up there. She ran up there, and then she was just like, "No, I'm just playing." I was hollering. That was funny. Quad got up there and asked, how old is your oldest son?" She was like 20, and saying how long y'all been married. She was like 20 years, and then she was like, "Did you trap Damon?" Now this was revealed last reunion that she did trap Damon. She was just like, "I was 5 months pregnant when we got married, so it is what it is." She did trap him. Damon got up there, was just like, "First of all, I'd like to say that she didn't trap anybody. That's my wife. I love her. That was our love child. That's the mother of my kids. Once I met her, I was done." And she's like, "Oh, thank you, Daddy," and all that shit. I was just like, reading Rainbow. What else happened, y'all? Let me think. Yo, this episode, minus a few moments, this episode was pretty dull. Let me think. The last scene was they all dressed up very nice, and they wanted to do a whole nother little exercise where basically this exercise was this was Simone's idea for all the wives to put all their issues in the shell, and they just throw it in the ocean to get rid of the bad energy, get rid of the past resentment, and just to create a new relationship with their husbands and not dwell on the past. She did the whole thing with Tammy, and Mariah was some damn shoes, and Heavenly, of course, she didn't have nothing bad to say about Daddy. He leave the toilet seat up. The rest of them did their thing, and they threw the seashells in the ocean. It was beautiful. They also had a scene where every time they go on a trip, they go and they go to like a clinic and test people's blood pressure and see if the locals are okay and everything, which is very nice. There was this one lady, her blood pressure was up high, and Eugene was worried about her and told her to start taking her medicine and taking aspirin a day. She just didn't like the possible side effects. It was just like, look, you need to take this medicine, lady. You can get really sick. And it was just nice to see all the doctors put on their doctor's hats and show compassion and love, and all of them at their core, everybody on the show is good people. I truly do believe that everybody on the show is good people. They all got good hearts. It's just a reality show. What the hell, y'all know what it gives. So that was beautiful to see, and to see Eugene hug the lady and everybody kind of rally around her, show support to her, and it was really, really nice, y'all. Anything else happened of importance? No, that was pretty much it. Yeah, this video a little late, but I'm here, y'all. With this said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at this His Word Instagram and Twitter, at this His Word 89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money, run me. Alright, now see you guys later. Bye bye.